This is something that Ryobi released just recently in the last couple of weeks, and it's called their Framework. And what it is a customizable workbench kit. So it comes with everything you see here. So in this box, we got two of the boxes, by the way. We went ahead and opened this one up. So everything you see here except the casters. We bought the casters and added those. We've got a little different idea that we're going to do, and we're going to see if it works out using these two kits, and we'll show you as we go. But basically, kind of everything you see right here is in the box, even the screws, the hardware, things like that. And all you have to do is square cut all your 2x4. So very easy, and they even have directions on exactly what to do if you want to build a 2x3, a 3x4, a 2x4, a 4x8, and how much plywood to buy, how many 2x4s to buy. They have a whole slew of different customizable recipes, if you will. And then these are going to mount in here with little bolts and screws that are also included that are going to be braces for like mid-tier shelves if you want to do that. So you can have, it open in there, or you can have shelves in there. So let's get started on this. We're going to get this one together, and then we're going to start on this one, kind of customizing it to do something different than nobody else has done. And by the way, this is not included in the kit. This is what we're going to use to assemble it. So this is not included. This is pretty much everything except for the casters that we have on right here. So we have our big table complete. This is the 24x48. We do have the roller casters on it, so it does make that a little bit higher, which is absolutely fine with us. But the next one, we're going to show you what we're going to do with it. We have not put the plywood on the top. That's all we're lacking here is the plywood and drive the screws in the plywood. Otherwise, everything's on here and all the hardware, all the screws added and tightened up. And if you're wondering if there's enough hardware, there's plenty. I don't know, there's got to be at least 20 more long screws in there. And then there's also short screws provided. There's even screws provided to add the Ryobi link system on the end, so you can hang the Ryobi link buckets and containers off the edge, either on the front or on the sides. But let's get started on the smaller one. So we're going to take 3 of our long boards. So we're making kind of the same table as the last one. And we've got 4 long boards. In this case, I've got them 35 inches. My other ones were 48. These are going to be 35. And I take 3 of them here, and we'll go ahead and kind of line up the legs, or not the legs, basically the back braces on how they're going to go on here. And we'll go ahead and get the screws started and so forth. And we can go ahead and lay them down like this. But before I do that, let's put in, we have some shelf braces. That's what these are right here. And I know I want them to go in this 5th hole. I knew that from building the other one. You may have to do kind of process of elimination or kind of get started and then measure where you want. I just kind of split the difference knowing where I wanted to be. And so that puts this right about this hole, number 5 hole. I think I mentioned earlier there are plenty of fasteners and even included the Torx bit in here. So I'm going to take 1 of these machine nuts, and it goes right there in that captured nut area. And then you kind of hold that with your finger. And then it's going to go, this is going to go toward the top. That's where your 2x4s are going to sit on. That's going to brace those shelves. And these are going to kind of clip in to these legs or to these braces. And then you're going to take this taper head machine screw, and that's what's going to go in this hole right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you don't cross thread it. And now, when you flip it over here, kind of once it squeezes in, don't pinch your finger. I think I got mine one time, but push this till it clips into those areas there. And that's going to ensure that you got the most strength. And then make sure your fastener is nice and tight there. I think we are pretty tight. So that's going to be our brace for the middle. And we're going to do that on each leg, but let's go ahead. And the top brace is going to sit on this shelf. The middle brace is going to sit on this shelf we just added. And the bottom one is going to sit on this shelf here. So pretty easy. Just going to set it on here. And if you want to, you can take like a C-clamp or an F-clamp, like a wood clamp, or like in this case, just some welding clamps, and clamp it down on there to make sure that you're kind of good to start the screws. And you don't want to tighten these all the way up. You just want to get them started. But you want to make sure this is flat all the way on the 2x4, and you want to also make sure that the 2x4 is sitting all the way down on that shelf. Same thing here. You want to make sure it's sitting all the way down in that cradle for that shelf or for that mid brace, whether you're putting the shelf there or not. And then you want to make sure it's sitting square as well. I'm going to just kind of eyeball it and hold it. Again, not tightening it up. I'm not tightening them yet. Same thing here. Put your brace on there if you're not comfortable. It's kind of hard to mess this up. At the same time, it might get a little out of square for you, but I'm going to leave those a little bit loose so I can come back and tighten those when we're all done. Take another leg. We'll make sure we're counting from the top. We'll come down 5 screws or screw holes. Put our nut in the captured area there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want to, you can push it down and snap it into place right there, and it should line up on the other side, and it does. So that might be a little easier to pop it in from the other side first, and then the hole's nice and lined up, and those are already clipped in. And then that's where your 2x4s are going to rest. Put a couple of 2x4s under here to lift it off the table so I could get this nice and flush up to the where they need to go. So what we have here are the 3 back braces. That's our 3 longest boards. We've got one more long board that'll go on the front, but right now we have to do kind of the cross braces. Now your shorter pieces will go up here on the top, meaning it's going to be sandwiched between 2 2x4s, so it's going to be 1.5 inches less than these because these are just going to end right into a leg. And again, depending on the table you're making is going to determine how you cut those. So again, our 2 short ones here on the top, and we'll have 2 of the mid ones here and 2 of the mid ones down there that are actually underneath this. So here you just need to be careful to make sure this is butted all the way down against the other 2x4 and flat all the way against the front brace here. All right, so we have the whole backside done, or at least done except for tightening the bolt, screws, whatever. And you'll see that these 2 here and these 2 here are taller than this over here. And the reason is because that one gets a cap. And now let's put the other legs on. This will be the top, and then these will be the bottom, and this will be open in here just like on the other table. Again, you can change that configuration if you want to, and these can be enclosed shelves if you wanted them to be. So now as we're tying everything together, you definitely want to know that everything's kind of clamped in place, or at least tight. You may need to hold it kind of 2 different ways. So it's not something you just want to hold if there's any flex or any, pushback, if you will. And now we're on the last leg, literally. So now all you need to do is go around and make sure all your screws are tight. We did break a couple of screws, so that may happen, backing them out and running them in, but there were plenty extra But anyway, now that's ready. Now let's see the true test. I know we still have to put our tabletops on, but I think you can figure that one out by cutting plywood. So now maybe you see what's happening here. And so now we could have this up against a wall, and then we could actually walk this one up against the wall as well, swallowing the first one. So that may not work for everyone, but for our case, you're going to save room, obviously. Now, you're not going to have even tables, so if you're running them for like in feeds and out feeds, that wouldn't work. But in our case, it's typically just stuff we're either shooting film on or working on, and independent, they'll be absolutely fine. And we get a little taller one, and a little shorter one, and a little smaller one. But this was our idea of taking the Ryobi framework and making kind of nesting tables, if you will. So again, we just got to add the plywood to the top, but this is where we wanted to get to. You can buy the framework kits for $99. And again, comes with all the stuff that you need other than the wood. And it tells you exactly which wood to buy, depending on which one of the recipes you're using as far as, or blueprints, or whatever you want to call those. And you may want to run your own, but the thing we like about it, there's really not a lot of thought involved other than, you know, deciding what you want to build, and then pretty much the instructions are there to build it, unless, again, you're wanting to go out on your own. So there you have it. Let us know what you think about this.